My name is Lami Rashid, and I'm the Programs Manager for CAIR-NJ Jersey.
So my name is Salahuddin Maqsood, and I serve as Executive Director of CAIR-NJ Jersey.
My name is Saxony Shirchana. I am the Operations Manager for CAIR-NJ Jersey.
You never know what's going to happen. Every day it could be a different story, it could be a different case, breaking news, a new issue always arises. So it's always being prepared for the unexpected. That's very much what the job is all about. As Executive Director, my job is to lead the organization, to provide the services to the community, to be at the front line, not only for defending our civil rights, but also to be the voice for the community. CAIR-NJ Jersey is the only civil rights organization in New Jersey that caters to the Muslims in this state. My favorite part about being the executive director is knowing the impact the organization makes on the community and seeing the direct results of our work.
The reason that CAIR-NJ Jersey is different from other nonprofits that I've worked with is that we're fighting for justice for everyone. It is the voice of minority groups to see that you're able to come to this safe space, you're able to develop a relationship and know that your rights are being seen to, you're acknowledged.
I think what makes CAIR-NJ Jersey so important goes back to the three things that we strive to do, which is educate, empower, and defend. And while a lot of organizations do the first two, they educate or they empower, I think very few actually actively defend Muslims in the community. And I know that CAIR-NJ Jersey does do this on a daily basis, whether a woman gets her hijab ripped off or it's employee discrimination or religious discrimination in the supermarket. CAIR-NJ Jersey is always on the front lines defending Muslims in our community.
The calls that I take during our intakes can be emotionally exhausting because people are in extremely sad situations. They don't know where to go, and sometimes we're their last source for assistance. Sometimes they don't know where else they're going to turn if we can't help them. So we try to do the best that we can to make sure that we're assisting them in any way possible.
After Trump got elected in 2017, I knew certain groups were going to be in trouble. So I contacted various groups offering my help for free. And CAIR was the first to respond. And I had never heard of CAIR. So I drove up here to South Plainfield, where our office is, and I met Jim Sues, who was executive director then at that time. I volunteered my time for 3 months into 2018, but in January he told me he needed more of my time. So that's how it started, and I've been here since then. I enjoy my work so much. I've gotten to know Muslim people, their culture, their language, the religion, and all of it is beautiful, and I've been so glad to learn. I am not Muslim, but I advocate strongly for these people. If we did not pursue civil rights cases on behalf of groups, bedlam would result. Like right-wing people who can't stand certain minority groups like Muslims and African Americans, they could say or do anything they wanted as long as it wasn't criminal. So that's why civil rights are important because, well, number one, they're in the Constitution, so they're there for a reason. And the founders knew that people would need protection.
In addition to our legal work and our advocacy work, we're also heavily involved in education. So we're educating many groups, from corporations that wish to learn more about Ramadan and how to treat their employees during the holy month, making their workplace more inclusive. We also educate medical professionals, who wish to learn more about Islam and Muslim practices and beliefs so that they can accommodate their Muslim patients. And we also speak with police departments and various law enforcement agencies so that they too can understand, Muslim practices and beliefs when they're engaging with the Muslim community, whether it's during Ramadan and offering security to the masajid, or it's, and day-to-day interactions with the community. These are the examples of where our office often educates these organizations and companies and various agencies to be the voice for the community and to let them know, what we think, what we believe, and what we wish them to know about us.
One of the programs that fall under my responsibility would be the Muslim Youth Leader Intensive. We have that annually, and it's open to high schoolers, and I think it's really important to have this every year because it gives them the opportunity to learn more about how they can serve their communities. In the one-day intensive, there were 3 components for the students. The first was how to orient your service so that it is faith-driven, and that it's rooted in Islamic values and principles. The second component was learning about the inner workings of local government. And the third component was, now that you understand how the government works, now that you are going about faith-driven service, how do you pursue advocacy in the proper manner, in the most effective manner? So talking about how to reach your politicians, even simple things, how to write to your politicians, how to lobby, what's the most effective way to get people to care about your cause. So those were things that students were exploring at the intensive.
What makes the Muslim community in New Jersey unique, not only do we have the largest percentage of Muslims than any other state in the nation, we also have the most Muslim elected officials in office. So that puts our community in a unique position where we have a lot of strength and influence throughout the state. And it really is just a matter of time for our community to continue growing and contributing to the state and to the neighborhoods in which we live in and the cities and towns in which we come from. It is very well known that the Muslim community in New Jersey is continuing to grow and will continue to contribute and will continue to offer the best of the best in various disciplines and fields. And it really is a point of pride for us and for our office that this is the case. In the media, our job is to not only counter the negative image of Islam and Muslims, but also to provide a counter image, to provide a positive image of Muslims and the community that we serve. 2 decades now has transpired since 9/11, and we have been combating a lot of the stereotypes, whether it's being Muslims categorized as terrorists, as barbaric, as backwards, as oppressive. It's addressing these issues head on and challenging them in the newsroom, but also providing a counter narrative where we're showing that the Muslim community really is, in many cases, a model American community. This community gives back so much in so many ways, and oftentimes our community is really at the forefront of these issues, advocating for all people. Because we know that if they come after one group, they will come after all minority groups. So it's our responsibility to defend the civil rights of all people. That not only includes our community, but all marginalized groups in the state of New Jersey. As the community continues to grow, CAIR and its service that it offers need to grow with it in order to meet the new challenges that face our community. Since October of 2019, we've doubled the size of the office. And we've also began an internship program that brings various undergraduate students into the space so they can contribute to the office and our work and learn various skills that they can take back to their communities.
By coming into the CAIR office and working with our team, interns are able to develop different skills, have experiences with our attorneys, and get in touch with the grassroots organizations that are moving towards different legal aspects for them in order to make sure that their rights are respected. They're getting knowledge so that if something does come up, they're well versed in what they need to do and know where their resources are.
We've had so much success in these past 2 years, and we've gotten so much support from the community. And people really are excited about the growth of this organization. And we know that it will continue to offer its services to everyone in need. It's just a matter of having the community support us in those endeavors, inshallah, and having them see the vision of the organization. And knowing that when they contribute to our work, that it'll last for generations to come, and that it'll be an organization that will pave the way for the community here in New Jersey. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Allah is with those who are of service to others. And that is essentially what our work is all about, and how you can contribute to that mission, how you can be a part of that mission, to be a service to those in need. That is what it means to be rooted in faith and rooted in Islamic values.